Greetings, land of Bitcoin. I've got Bitcoin update action for you. First, I want to say real quick, in my last video, I had my parallel channel wrong. I had called out 47,100 or 67,100, 67,200 is where this would likely top out. And I saw Bitcoin zoom past it, and I was like, what is going on? I didn't expect that. But then I got to looking, and my channel moved. So in past videos, I've talked about watch out for me misspeaking, and watch out for my lines moving sometimes. So as you can see here, how perfect this channel is. The bottom of that wick, support, support. Bottom of that wick, support, bottom of that wick, support. And then it flips into resistance, right? Resistance, resistance, resistance. Those two aren't perfect, but that's where it's bouncing or rejected. Rejected from it there. And look at this, the last one right there. The last pump. I was saying 67,100, 67,200. So I do apologize for that. But look how perfect that is. Look at that. This is the old ascending channel. Right, from the back in the first week of October it started, and I just left it in here. I think a lot of analysts just forget the past and they'll just move on to the next pattern. But these are still very relevant, I've noticed. And look at that. Look how beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. Look at that. Look at that. I do apologize for not being zoomed in. I was saying, because it lined up perfect with the old all-time high, I really didn't question it. I saw it set a new all-time high. I was like, wow, I was, but there it is, right? Clearly, support, 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 resistance, 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 right? So I wouldn't expect this candle to come up any higher. I think this is going to be real strong resistance. I wouldn't expect this next candle to come up any higher than 69,160, 69,150. Now this one down here will probably be support. This probably moved up now to this pink line, the top of that descending falling wedge there. So I just want to point that out real quick. It's not fun making mistakes, especially when you're making videos. It wasn't a bad mistake because, obviously I nailed this down pretty well coming out of this falling wedge. So I'm happy with that. But I want to point something out real quick. Look at this. So this is the last day. This blue vertical line is the last day of the year. And the top of that channel is at 101,000. And the bottom of the channel is at 96,000. So Bitcoin would have to do that for the rest of the year. I think it's highly unlikely it goes that high. But the thing is this used to be like 99,000. So I'm going to keep a real close eye on it. I'm going to leave this channel alone right now. I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to leave it exactly where it's at. Because there's kind of a weird thing. Bitcoin, the past data kind of floats. Like if you leave an old pattern, like if you leave an old triangle or like what you see right now, these channels, sometimes, I don't know why, I can't figure it out. It doesn't make sense to me. The data will kind of, the data doesn't change as far as I know, unless there's some kind of retroactive updating they do. But hey, hello, hey, thanks for showing up. Appreciate the comments and stuff. Appreciate you showing up to my live show. But so like in a couple weeks, I'm gonna come back and likely this won't be perfectly on this line anymore. So it's kind of strange. I don't know if it's just something I'm doing by taking it off and putting it back on. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it right where it is and see what happens. But it seems like there's a bit of a float with old data. That's kind of strange. I don't like it. But I was gonna talk about it before, but I didn't. Okay, let's get to the heart of this video before I bore people. I want to show you, for those of you familiar with my chart, the red vertical lines. Oh, I got a cat fight going on. Sorry for that audio. Red vertical lines are the last Friday every month. This is where the futures, Bitcoin futures monthly expiration. It's where they close. Bitcoin's been dumping down to it basically every month. For any, I don't want to go into a long-winded explanation, but basically every month it's the same behavior. And the yellow vertical lines are where the monthly pump starts. All right, so Bitcoin dumps down to the last Friday of the month in that area. It's not perfectly on the day, but it's that area month after month after month after month after month. Yellow lines, it's where it pumps month after month, month after month. Sometimes the yellow line becomes like a day or two before, which is the case that just happened there. Usually it's a couple days after, but I want to draw in where it dumps. So I'm drawing a dark blue line. Hopefully I have this ready to go. Okay, I'm going to put a dark blue line in here. Where it dumps. Let's identify where Bitcoin dumps every month. And this will be relevant. Let me show you what's going to happen this month. Well, I can't pinpoint the exact day, but we'll say this is January, and we'll say the dump start. You could argue that the dump started the day before, right? But we're not going to worry about being completely perfect. Hopefully that's showing up. I got my my back screen light turned way down because it's kind of annoying. Hopefully this has got a good picture on it. Okay, so February it started late. See these red lines? The last day in February is where it dumps down to. See that? And then the yellow line pumps away. So here's a blue line. That's where the dump started. That's what this video is about right now. We're putting in where the dumps start every month. Okay, this will be fun to look at here in a second. You could argue if it's a day later than where I'm putting it, or the day before, right? Like you could argue the start of the day before, but we're not going to worry about that. This is for your mind's sake, your mind's eye, to get a real good feeling of what's going on. So you could say the dump started here, but it kind of recovered. So let's just put it there. See how that's working, and then put on. What do you say? I say the dump started about right there. Well, I don't have a line ready to go. Let's say it started right there. Okay. All right, so that's May. Let's find the June dumpy. Oops. Let's find the June dumpage. June was a little different, but it still recovers, right? It's still the exact same behavior. Dumps down to the red line. See how that's working? July, after the huge Elon Musk crash, it kind of threw everything off a little bit. But the July dump actually started June 30th. But see, the last Friday of June was June 25th. And then the yellow line pump. And this doesn't look like much of a... This is actually a significant dump. It just took forever. This was the strangest dump of Bitcoin this year. That's actually a significant dump right there. It doesn't look like it, but let's measure that real quick. I'm going to show you this. I was calling for a dump through here, and lots of people were like, hey, what are you talking about? But that's actually... See that number? See that number? Look how big that number is. Go down just a touch. 20%. That's a 20% dump right there. That's nothing to sneeze at. It doesn't look like it, right? Because you're used to the big bow, pow, pow. But this was just a slow throw, like 3 week, just down, 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 down. And Elon Musk came to the rescue right here. And this green line is a red line, but it pumped up to it. This is the last Friday of the month. That's the only green one on here where it pumped up the last Friday of the month, but then it immediately dumped down, and then this is the pump starts. So there was just a bit of a change, and it's just the exact same structure. It just happened like 7 days too early. So okay, that's the July dump. Let's find the August dump. It started kind of here, August 14th. But it recovered, so this is actually a 9% dump from right here, that blue line to the red line. That's actually 9% dump. that might be 8%, but the day before, it's a 9% dump, so it's still a dump in there. 9% is significant. And okay, so September, early in the month, these dumps can start early in the month. Let's see it, September 7th. They can start early in the month. They can start late in the month. Like February, we saw. Put the blue line in there. February, we saw the dump starting like what was it, February 24th, just a few days before the red line. And then this dump starts, it's a few days after the yellow line, and it's just basically a month-long dumpy doodah. Okay, so where am I going with all this? I'll get to my point if you bear with me 1 second. Okay, last month, October 21st, was a late dump, fairly late. There it is, see that? How's that working? Can everybody see that? Blue line, boom, dumpy, down to the red line. So it dumps, the red line is just an area in time. It's not anything scientific, it's not perfect. It dumps down to that area month after month after month after month. The pump started the day before last time, and then like see this dump down. This is dumping all the way down here to the red line, and then like 5, 6 days later, the yellow line, there's the pump. Dump down towards the red line area. Yellow line's the day before pump, and that's the pump we're on right now. Okay, so where do you think the blue line is going to be this month? Let's zoom out. And I just think this is fun. This is fun for me, right? This is just, it's like a game. Okay, so what do we got here? Let's look at this for the first time. Feel free to leave any comments down in the comment section after the video is over, saying if you see anything that, 1,000, well, I don't know how many views I'll get, a couple hundred mines are better than one mine looking at this. So red line's where it dumps down to, yellow line's where it starts pumping away from. The blue lines are where the dumps start that end up down towards the red lines. So January was kind of middle of the month. February 22nd, and the red line was February 26th, so 4 days right there. Late in the month, and then March was middle of the month, and then April, middle of the month. So red lines are not the end of the month, right? Keep that in mind. Red lines are not end of the month. Red lines are the last Friday of the month. Sometimes it's almost a week before the end of the month. 5, 6 days before the end of the month. Okay, and then let's see, May 7th, May 9th started dump. June 15th started dump. Here's a real early one. The July dump started on June 30th. You could probably say it actually started kind of in the middle as well. Kind of a secondary dumpage. But where am I going with this? Let's see. The August dump, late in the month. It didn't start until August 24th, and the red line was August 27th, 3 days before. And then look at the September dump. September dump started September 7th. The red line wasn't until September 25th, 24th. And then October dump was another late one. So let's try to go and look at where we're at right now with all things considered. Where's the blue line going to be? Is this the blue line? Is that the blue line, folks? Is that the blue line? Is that the blue line on November 9th? Right? So this is the last Friday in November, November 26th. I have it a blue line right now. It's either going to turn red or green. If it goes perfectly sideways, I'll make a white line. But I have a hunch it's going to be another red line. But where's the dump start? This might be it. That might be it. November 9th could be where the dump starts. Or maybe we need to move it over here towards the middle of the month, or maybe even into the late of the month, right? Because Bitcoin could. There's a lot of vinegar and pepper and hot sauce out there, right? Lots of good feelings. So Bitcoin might kind of do one of these numbers, right? Who knows for sure? I don't expect it to go above the bottom of this channel, with the exception of maybe a wick up into it. But I think that's super strong resistance. So maybe it's something like that, right? Dumps down to the red line. So maybe the blue line is here. Didn't I just move that? Oh, I'm not. I'm drawing lines. Let me get rid of that mess. Maybe the blue line's there, November 15th, right? So it could be anywhere. I just want to show you the general structure of what this is probably going to look like. Now, Bitcoin, it's not a written rule that Bitcoin has to do this, but I would expect this to be the red line, right? That's probably going to be the red line. And then it's probably going to do, I mean, I don't know how high or how low it's going to be. This is just kind of dates. I'm just putting this on a time frame. And then say it does this, and then here's the December pump. It's wherever that's going to go. So this is a really good chart. It might be one of the better ones on YouTube. So I don't know. Say the yellow line's there, right? I know. I'd say the pump starts here, right? See how this working? And then we're looking for another. Look for another blue line here somewhere, right? Boom, and then we'll find last Friday, December over here. Boom, red line, right? So it's kind of fun. This chart is really working well. Liable to look something like that. Now these dumps and pumps could be more severe. Maybe the pump's higher and it comes down. Maybe way down here. I don't think there's going to be a huge dump this month, but wherever it dumps, it's going to end around this red line. Wherever it dumps to, maybe it just dumps here. Maybe it just kind of does something like this, and then it'll probably start pumping, and then watch out for the December pump. Could be rather sizable. Boom, right? And then we're looking for the January pump. So I just try to put this in the I don't know, put some structure to it. This is how it's behaving every single month in 2021. I don't know if more analysts are not seeing this or if they're talking about it yet, but that's kind of why I stopped watching a lot of analysts on YouTube. There's really good ones out there. There's ones that are make a ton more money than I will. But this isn't day trading, right? This isn't day trading. I got a long-term play going here. I'm getting paid. So while we're at it, I got some free money here. I got $5. This site's paying me to have my orders open. If I'm the maker of the order, limit order. So right now I'm gonna put a $5 short in. Oh, I don't want to market order. We're gonna have to refresh the page. For those of you following along, I'm trying to buy a house with this slow rolling method I got here. I'll explain it in a future video. For those of you new, it's at 1,358 right now. It's about to go up $5. Let's get in front of the price and put $5 in. There, that's what I want right there. Market or limit order. Now watch the liquidation price go up. The price moved down. Shoot. That's the problem trying to do it on live screen. Let's cancel that order. Alright, let's try that again. So what I'm doing here is They're paying me to keep this open. It's a short order. I'm doing little tiny increments. Now, I'm not saying anyone should do this, but let me get in front of the price here and try to do this again. Okay, there it goes. Watch my liquidation price go up and my entry price go up. And the price dropped on me again, so it's not going to fill. Oh shoot, I want to. Okay, one more time. If it doesn't go through this time, I'm gonna scrap it. I'm gonna talk about something else. Okay, get the price down. Get in front of. Look at the price. The price is dropping too quick. I can't get in front of it. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, there it goes. Liquidation price 79,324. Entry price is now 52,994. So I don't want to explain exactly what I'm doing there, but looking at this chart, right, I'm going to end up taking profit on this short order. On the long side, on the bull side over here, starting here, I was doing the exact same thing I'm doing now. I was using little long orders, tiny little increments, low leverage, right, and then I was doing it all the way up here. So I haven't been taking profit here because I kind of got goofed up with this big Elon Musk dump. I'm just kind of regrouping right now, but I'm not in a hurry, right? I'm not in a hurry. This is just kind of a slow rolling thing, little project I got, and right, I was taking profit, putting orders back in, right? Taking profit same day. I was buying and selling basically every single one of these tops and bottoms, buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. And here, I was on the verge of having enough cash to buy a house. And what my plan was to buy a house either with a loan against my crypto, or I was going to cash out, buy a house with cash, and then take a loan out on a house and stick the money back in the market. Because I don't like the idea of taking money out of this market. I think that's a huge problem with it, right? If people would stop taking money out, if the traders would stop draining it, the price of Bitcoin would probably already be at $300,000. There's a massive amount of money being taken out of this market. That's basically what you're looking at right in front of you. These monthly crashes and dumps. This massive amounts of money just being taken and taken and taken. But anyways, I got washed out by the Elon Musk tweet about Bitcoin's bad for the environment, and who knows who else in there lost who knows what. People were probably risking way too much. So this is just money that I can afford to lose if it doesn't work out. Oh well, right? But so now I'm using little short orders, and obviously I'm going to have my chances to take profit. I have some money coming in the next couple weeks, so hopefully this price will hang out. Hopefully this price will hang out up here, right? I don't want I don't want this blue line to show up yet, right? Wherever this dump's going to start. If that's the blue line, I'm hoping it doesn't dump hard. I'd like for it to keep on pumping a little bit, right? I'd like to see it kind of hang out up here for a while, because this is a good time for me to stick in some money. I got about $400 wrapped up in this order. Ignore these numbers. These are not right. Those are skewed because I'm sticking all my profit back in there. But I'm in for about 400, so I'd like to stick another 400 or 500 in right now if I could, but I don't get paid for. My money's not coming in. YouTube doesn't pay me till 21st. This month will be the 22nd, or next month will be 22nd. 21st of the month. I have other YouTube channels I make money off of, so I don't make much money on this one yet. And I just want to try to explain stuff, because there's probably a lot of people like, why is he doing this and why is he doing that? But I wasn't expecting this pump to start. I was thinking pump would come up here. Right? I didn't think this was going to break out until down here a little later. But there it is. It could happen in a couple days, a few days earlier. But this is where I have some money. If I can stick in, I'll stick in as much extra money as I can afford right here in a short position, and I'll drive my entry price way up. Probably way up over 60,000 is my goal. So looking at this chart, right? Imagine, obviously I'm gonna have a chance basically every month to take profit, and I'll take profit, and then I'll start sticking it right back in little tiny increments, right? Wherever the December dump. There's gonna be a big dump eventually. There should be eventually, right? No matter how high this goes, right? If it goes way up here, there's probably a 50% crash coming, right? I drew that line too far, but anyways, you got the idea. I'm gonna get going now. I sure hope you enjoyed it. Well, I got quite a few people watching right now. Let me know in the comments section if there's anything you want to talk about while I'm here. What date is it? What date is what? The blue line? What's the date you predict for the middle dump? Or you said you will add one. I don't know. I don't know. I can't. This chart doesn't predict the exact date of the blue lines or the yellow lines, but it does predict the exact the red lines are set in stone. It's the last Friday every month. So I don't know. I don't know. See with the order, with the way I'm doing this, it doesn't matter to me, right? To a day trader, it matters a ton. But to me, I just simply don't care. If I miss the next dump, if I miss the next pump, I don't care. I'm just sticking little tiny increments in here, and I'm getting paid money. But where's the next blue line going to be? We may have just seen it. We may have just seen it. Okay, we may have just seen it. It may be right here. That could be it. That could be it. November 9th. It could just slowly dump down towards the red line for the rest of this month, or it could keep going. I would say the latest would probably be November 22nd, November 23rd would probably be the latest. But I have been adding to the short a little bit. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, this is just one way to do it. Another good way, like I could be doing this little shorts, waiting for the dump, and then I could be over on BlockFi, having them take out $5 from my bank account, buying $5 worth of Bitcoin every single day. That's also a wonderful idea, right? Basically, at this point, in my opinion, dollar cost averaging strategy is just wonderful. It's kind of idiot proofs it, for lack of a better term, and that's kind of what I'm doing here, right? I'm basically idiot proofing it, right? I'm putting in little tiny shorts, and if the price goes up, wonderful, because I'll just put in little tiny increments shorts on the way up, right? And if the price goes down, I take profit, great, right? And then I start again, little tiny increments. But I don't know. This chart can't tell you where the dump's going to start. You could probably look at other technical analysis and maybe get an idea, but I don't know. The only thing I can tell you for sure is the red line and this ballpark, this time, however high it goes, this is going to be the time frame where the dump ends. This red line where the dump ends. I don't know if the dump ends here, or maybe it goes way up here, and maybe the dump's here because it came down from here, right? So I can just tell you for sure, almost for sure, this is basically where the dump's going to end. And then somewhere around here, the yellow line, this yellow line will probably be from here to about here, right? The December pump will start basically in this area. The red line's November 26th, and the yellow line will be a day or two before or a few days after, right? Just looking at this chart, it'll be somewhere like this. So let's try to zoom in. I'll make this I'll try to figure out the blue lines. This is kind of a new thing to this chart. That could be it. I wouldn't be surprised if that is it, right? But there's a lot of steam to this pump and a lot of bullish sentiment. So maybe it's out here. Maybe Bitcoin comes up to that would be 72,000, right? If Bitcoin gets up to like 72,000, I would probably watch out for that being the blue line, right? So I don't know for sure, but anyways, this is getting kind of long. I'm gonna end the video. I sure hope y'all showing up, or I sure thank y'all for showing up, and As always, thanks for watching. That's profit. I'm at about 20% profit, realized profit, and I've put all this back in, right? So for those of you watching this, my position size is now 1363. I'm trying to snowball this in to cash, buying a house with cash. So we'll see how it goes. All right, later.